either of us can record. I don't care.
Okay, let me do both, and then.
Okay, and then you can send me the recording because I'll edit it, and then I'll put it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You're so pretty.
You're so funny. You're so funny.
I said you're pretty.
You're so beautiful. Thank you. It's going in the Conscious Collective. Are we side by side in this? We should be.
Yeah.
Preparing. Amazing. You know what? Last minute Carlo goes, hey, I'm going to print all these things off. Didn't realize we only have a black and white printer.
Well, it's going to be a black and white collage.
I was like, you know what? I can do it all and then I can print them out, and then I want to get it printed on a canvas.
That's a good idea.
Like make it on Photoshop. Yeah, I've got a massive sheet. Is it Vision Board 2021 or just Vision Board?
2021.
Okay, we're going live.
Yeah.
We are now streaming live on Facebook. Hey everyone, welcome to the Vision Board party. Woo! Woo!
I have to be able to see where the people are at. Hold on. What is it saying to me?
So, DJ, bring that track down. While you're all getting ready, have a bit of a boogie. We're not going home because we're partying. We're Vision Board partying. I'm excited. If you're joining us, actually, you know what? I'll leave that all up to Gregoria. She's the babe with all the goss and all the things that you need. So, G, take it away.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I actually can't see who's streaming on Facebook. Let me see if I can put it on my phone because I want to be able to see comments and stuff. So welcome to the Vision Board party, everyone. We are trying to do this via Zoom, and so we can make sure it's recorded, so then we can upload this onto YouTube as well. Okay, so I'm going to run the first half of the session, and then Carlo will take over. Carlo's session will tie this all so beautifully together. So I assume all of you came prepared with your board. If you don't have a board, you can do it in a journal. I've done it many times in a journal, right? Like that works too. What I had to go through today to get this, I can't even describe to you, because I get to Officeworks, I get inside, I get poster board, and then it starts hailing. And I couldn't get back to my car for like 25 minutes, but it is what it is. We are here now. So I'm going to just take you through. I can screen share, right, Carlo? Yes. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys some cool things. So I'm going to screen share now. If people come on periodically, then that's okay. All right. Can we now see my desktop? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. So here, after the session, I will give you all access to my beautiful Vision Board mini course homepage, all right, in which you can access the workbook. You can also access all of that download prep, all of those images that I gave you access to. Plus, I already have a mini course training video, but I will upload this video as well, so there'll be a second video. Okay, now part of the Vision Board mini course is this beautiful workbook. A note from me. Look at me in Bali, looking all tanned. But I'm just going to read it to you so you understand why we even do this. Okay, so manifestation is not something we need to learn how to do. We are already doing it, all of us, no exceptions, all the time. Instead, we need to intentionally co-create with the universe using effective tools and resources that allow us to allow into our experience. that which is already a vibrational match for us. Okay, we tune in with focus and intention what we want, and we attract it in return. It's not so much attracting as much as it is allowing the physical realization of that which is already us vibrationally. Okay, so vision boards are an incredible, powerful tool used to manifest. When you visualize, you start to feel the feelings of having your desires now. You can imagine yourself experiencing them, and those feelings allow you to offer a vibrational frequency that matches your desire, hence bringing it into your experience with ease. I know you're going to enjoy this and it's going to be super fun, but that is the key. The key is having fun. Do you know why vision boards work so well? Because when we are vision boarding, we just get lost in the fun of it. And because we get lost in the fun of it, we soften our resistance. We're not thinking, oh my God, yeah, I want this. How's this going to happen? I want this. I want this. We're just like, oh, I get to cut out pictures. I get to stick them on thing. I get to be a little bit creative. Oh, let me add some mantras. Let me add some words. Let me add some decoration. And all of a sudden we've spent an hour having fun with a high vibration, naturally gaining momentum with all of the things we've just planted seeds for. So it's a super, super cool activity. Oh, look, me again. There we go. There's a story time in the workbook, which you can read on your own. Here are the things that you'll need. So a large poster board. If you don't have the poster board, just use a workbook or a notebook or a journal or something like that. Magazines or images. Now, I assume you've come prepared with your images. I've already cut all mine out, but if you haven't, you can use magazines. I do recommend you print your own images. I today have just used the ones that I provided to you, just to show you that you can create it just with those. You don't need anything more. Colors, color printer didn't work. So he's using a black and white, which I kind of like. I think there's an aesthetic to like having this black and white, sexy, mysterious energy. So kind of like that. Creative and decorative supplies. So I have here a whole bunch of stickers. I have some washi tape. I have some background images, like background card and things like that. If you don't have these things, you can add them later. Okay, don't worry. I will navigate all of it with you. You need tape, glue, scissors, whatever you'll be using. I like to use double-sided tape. I know it's not great for the environment. I know, I'm aware. I just find it the easiest to use for my vision boards. And given I only do them once, maybe twice a year, I can forgive myself. Okay, so you need that. Any sort of pens or markers that you want to use as well. I like to use a fine liner, and I have a few glitter gel pens, which I like to use, and a ruler sometimes if you need that. If you need your snacks or your drinks and you got that prepared, that's cool too. I do like to add a few crystals around me from time to time, but today what I'm doing is I'm going to cleanse our space. Now, no, we are not limited by time, space, and proximity. So as I cleanse my space, I simultaneously cleanse your space. So feel the energy of the spaces cleanse, starting a new, refreshed energy. It's so beautiful. All right, so here's the process. First thing, you need to decide what areas of your life you want to focus on for your vision board. Now, I have created an outline for some main focal points. We will get into more detail during Carlo's session right at the end, okay? But here are the topics. You have personal development, you have love and romance, you have business, you have friends and family, you have spirituality, career, happiness, legacy, travel, vacations, fun and adventure, giving back, self-love, finances and money, lifestyle, health and fitness. For mine this year, I've chosen family / love. I put it into one category. I've chosen career / money as a category. I've chosen, what's another one? Lifestyle, a lot of lifestyle energy for mine as well. A few specific goals. Also connections, networking, the community's been another one that I added. So that would be under like the lifestyle energy, or it may be career, or maybe happiness. Okay, so do you see how I've got my key themes? I like to space my board in the theme sections. Okay, literally like a wheel. In the center, I always write Gregoria's World, because that's just my jam, but you can write whatever you want. My vision board, my jam, and so it is. It's up to you, okay? But I just like to write Gregoria's World right in the middle. Now, how to choose your themes. When choosing your themes, you may want to ask yourself these questions. What goals am I working towards in my life? When I imagine reaching my goals, what does my life look and feel like? Okay, because that's what we'll be embodying. What images, words, and phrases represent my life when I've reached my goals? If there were no limits, what would I want to experience? I shared a goal with my sister the other day, and she responded with, is that realistic? And I was like, what? That's, we don't work from that place. We don't work from a realistic place. We work from a place of infinite possibilities, infinite capacity, endless supply. That's how we're creating this vision board today. Okay, so I'm super excited to do this with you. And now it's time for me to stop sharing this screen and get back on with it. So let's vibe. I wish I could play music on here, but I can't, because then YouTube is just like, no, thank you. So what we're going to do is I want each of you to play your own music, vibe. We're going to vibe together. I'll be talking throughout as well, but it's time to create. It's time to create those vision boards together. So let's start with a central focal point. So everyone in the middle of their board, write down what you want to call this. I'm calling mine Gregoria's World. You can call it My World. You can call it And So It Is. Let's all add that to the center of the board right now. And if pens don't work or things like that happen, don't worry, we can fix it later. It's not about being perfect. Okay, so here's mine. As you can see, the pen didn't work great, but that's okay. Gregoria's World. It looks good. I will go over it later with some glitter pens. And then I like to create like a mind map with like little arrows moving out. So I'm going to start off with my first thing. The way we do this is we do it in layers. Okay. So first, if you have any paper that you'd like to add in the background, you would do that first, because obviously they would be underneath. I like to grab all of my cutout pictures and collage them on the board first before sticking them down. Okay. It's super important to do that, because otherwise you miss space or you lose space and you don't know where things go. You've got all your pictures in one corner and then empty space. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our little pieces of paper, our decorative paper, put them randomly on the board, and then grab your cutout paper and layer it on top in the different sections. If you want to label the sections, do that. Okay, sometimes I like to label them and cut them out, just so when I'm visualizing, because at the end we're going to be looking at our board every single day. When I'm looking at it, I want to be like, okay, today I really want to focus on career and money. Or today I want to really focus on love and romance. Or today I want to really focus on family and connections. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you some of my pictures that I chose. We've got this huge stack of money. Hello, who doesn't want to walk around with a huge stack of money? And what's funny is I've actually started doing this lately. I've been walking around with like loads of cash. I don't know if I should be saying that on a public place, but it's because I just feel like it really makes me feel super abundant when I do it. I've got a few dream cars. I've always loved white Porsches. Look at that sexy beast. Now, I'm not attached to any of these things. I always say, if not this, something better, okay? But it's symbolic of how I want to feel. I have my white Tesla. You know, we want to help the environment, and I love Teslas. So that will go there too. I've got some Aussie dollars, because pictures are usually always in US dollars. So I make sure I make it something that I can connect with. So I have some Aussie dollars there. I have a few women. I always choose the blonde haired women because I'm blonde, but you could, you know, it doesn't matter. You could color it in if you wanted to, holding lots of cash, because this year I want to reach, the reason why I have so much money this year on my vision board is because I've got some exceptional goals for my business coming next year, right? And they're scary numbers for me, because they're untapped. Okay, I've never really experienced those kind of numbers before. I know it's available to me because I'm connected to the infinite supply. This year has proven to me that I can make so much more money than I thought I could. So why not stretch and reach for those goals? So I want to just get so comfortable looking at big wads of cash where it just becomes so natural for me to be like, of course that amount of money is coming in, right? I may even write the number that I want per month on my board. I don't like to be too restrictive. Like, I don't necessarily, like, let's say you've got a crush on someone. I wouldn't put them on my vision board. Instead, I would put what you want them to make you feel. Okay. So for me, it's not so much about the number per se, but how I want the business to make me feel. Okay, I haven't put much of travel this year. Usually I have so much travel on my board, but that's because we can't travel right now. So I still have a few very key locations. I have Bali. I've stayed at this resort 3 times. I love it so much. Okay, so you know, this place makes me feel connected to it. So I love it. And also like a blonde haired girl, which literally looks like me from the back, in Greece, because if I can get myself to Greece, I will definitely get myself there. So I have that. I have like 4 images here of the beach and the ocean because I am such a mermaid. I love the water. So for me, that will be my version of freedom this year or in the new year, because if I can't travel, I want to do a lot of beach vacays, all right, like day trips. We have really nice beaches in Melbourne too, and in Australia. So I want to get myself out there in the beach, near the beach, and really connected. A few boat trips. I've got here one of a boat, a ship here, where this is like the view that I would be looking at. So I like that. So here I'm just layering them out. So far I've got a few corners. I have this one image that represents a very specific goal. So I'm part of this little group with 3 guy friends of mine, and we have this goal that we want to manifest together. And this image represents us 4 celebrating the win, celebrating this manifestation. So I have that. It's a very specific goal for me, but it's important. Then I have family. And what I mean by family is like my own little family, because I'm very close with my parents and my sister and my immediate family. But I want to welcome love into my life. And here I have a little puppy. I don't want babies just yet, but my little puppy, which I really want to welcome this year, next year, sorry. And I have representations of a connection, which I think would be fun. I don't usually put love on my vision boards. Actually, I never really have, because it's just never been a priority or a focus for me. But I'm opening myself up next year to new things. So that will go on my board. Then I have, obviously, we wouldn't have a board without the Conscious Collective. So I have a few meetups here of what we plan to do, you know, like a lot of meetups and connections and celebrations. So all of that's being represented as well. And then I have, oh, here's the category I forgot to tell you. So my home, I want to move out next year. We're actually going to buy a house with my sister. And this is the aesthetic of what I want. I want like this beautiful, luscious back garden here. Look at that greenery. It's so nice. I definitely want like this beautiful white interior. These beautiful couches. Like I want those deep couches with like really fluffy pillows. Again, a beautiful white kitchen. Warmth. I want warmth in the space where people come and feel cozy. And I don't know why, but I really love these velvet chairs. They wouldn't be velvet. They would be the vegan version, but I just love them. So they're going on the board as well. All right. So now you can't see this, but I've spaced my categories out. So in one corner, I have the money. In another corner, I have the love and the family. In another corner, I have like the travel, the beach, the connections. I have that celebratory win right next to my name. And then here in this corner, I have my home. So now that I've spaced it out, I kind of really like the vibe of it. Once you've spaced them all out, that's when you can start sticking them down with your double-sided tape, okay? And then later we'll add the decorative elements, okay? Like the washi tape and the stickers and the things. We need to leave space for what we're going to do with Carlo as well later. So we're going to be adding some words to the page as well. So be mindful of space coordinating that, because we want to leave space for that too. And then I have certain stickers with keywords here, which are really fun, okay? So I'm going to get taping while you tape too. Let me see who's chatting. I can see chats now. Sky's here. Hi, my angel Sky. What else have we got here? Brandon. Hi, Brandon. I don't know if any of you are still here. Whoever's doing their vision board with us, please let me know. I'm here in the chat, so I can answer your questions if you so happen to have any. Oh, this works. Look, I've got this love paper. I'm going to put this underneath my love section. How does that sound? All right. So the first thing you would do now is put down those big decorative cards. Are we all vibing? I can't play music for me because then it'll, you know, Facebook won't like that, but I hope you're all playing music. Carlo, give me a nod. Are you playing music? No. Zen time. This is so much fun. This morning, I wasn't convinced that this would actually be my vision board for 2021. But the more I look at this, the more I'm like, I really love it. And the good news is that I can always, like, once we're done this today, if I feel that it needs more of something, I can add it. I can print more pictures. I actually like to have pictures of myself on my board because then it makes me feel more connected to it. So I may print a few photos of myself doing things where, yeah, I may add those to my board as well. I know a lot of people watch the replay too. So if you're watching the replay, just vibe with us, you know, don't skip forward. Like, actually, while we're here with you, just, you know, stick. We're all doing this together. I usually host an in-person vision board party every year at my house. I invite a bunch of people. I sell tickets because I do it fully catered, and I do all of the boards. So I buy all the magazines, I buy all the poster boards, give you all the stickers, all the papers, all the things, and you just come, you show up, you get to eat and feast, and we do a little intention ceremony and we stick things on. Maybe the Conscious Collective can do one next year. That would be fun. Yeah, that would be sick, actually. I can already see Carlo nodding. So we will add that to our plans, because if we can do a few in person, imagine like a whole group of us sitting in a circle doing this, helping each other, amplifying each other. The energy in the room is just so magnetic and electrifying. It's really fun. And I just find this taping part super therapeutic. Like, I'm just like, whatever worries I had are gone. Like, my only concern right now is sticking this tape down. Carlo looks super serious. I also, you know how sometimes you order things online and they send you stickers and you're always just like, what am I going to do with these stickers? I don't want to stick them on my laptop. What am I going to do? I keep them if they're nice pictures. So like this one's like a magic of eye. We've also got some Conscious Collective stickers. So I'll put that on my board. I could see the Carlo's brain moving. So yeah, that's what I use the stickers for as well. And I'm very ambiguous with, like, let's say the couples images, because I don't actually want to have, you know, like my type on the board. I just want it to be like a representation of the feelings I desire, as opposed to specifying too much. Although be very careful, because like sometimes you get exactly what you put on your vision board. So one year we were doing it and my mum was doing her vision board and we're all doing it in a group. So it was a vision board party at my house. All of a sudden, we're going around the circle at the end, showing our vision board to each other. I see her vision board and there was this bracelet from Swarovski, right, on the board. I had bought her that bracelet for Christmas. It was already wrapped in my bedroom, okay? And she didn't know this, and it was on her vision board. And I freaked out because I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, what are the chances? So I ended up going in my room, grabbing the gift, giving her an early present, because I just wanted to show everyone that was in that room how powerful doing this work is. She was already a vibrational match to that bracelet. Like, I'd already bought it for her. So naturally, when she saw it in a magazine, she wanted it, right? Like, it was like she had to have that energy. And it was so powerful because so many things on my vision board happen exactly as I've pictured them, or the picture I've chosen. So be mindful as well. And if you're choosing words or phrases, don't say things like no pain, no gain, because when you say no pain, no gain, what that means is that you've focused on pain. Okay. So instead we want to use positive connotations for the things that we want to bring in. Do you feel me? Oh, my little puppy. See, like, do you know what's funny? Because although this isn't necessarily the puppy I want, because I've put it on my board, who's to say that it's probably the exact puppy I'm going to get, right? Like, that's just the way it works. But I'm okay with that. I love all animals. Irini and I, my sister, said that when we buy our house next year, we will get a puppy. Because I don't want to get one while I'm here, because then they're going to fall in love. The puppy will fall in love with my parents and then I can't take the puppy, right? So at least if I get one in my own house, then it'll be my puppy. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll gift Carlo a puppy next year. He's laughing.
I don't know if I have that type of responsibility at the moment.
No, not that level of responsibility.
Not yet. I think I need a house first. I need to figure out where I'm living, and then I can have a pet.
That's fair. I'm thinking like maybe when when and if you move, that would be cool. But I guess then it's like, do you know what's hard? Do you know why I haven't wanted a pet since my beloved passed away and transitioned? Because I love to travel, right? So when you're traveling, it's super hard to have a pet. It's literally a kid. So it's like, where am I going to leave it? And you don't want to leave it alone. You feel guilty. And can I travel with the animal? And it's like this whole huge thing. So huge orchestration. But because I won't be doing much traveling next year, it'll be minimal. I can always get my parents to babysit, and I'll have a home for the puppies. So it's a perfect opportunity to welcome a puppy into my life. A baby.
I feel like there's so much of the same thing on there, but I love it.
On where?
On my board.
That's okay. That's the energy. And did you notice I didn't choose all the themes either, because that's just too much. It's not necessary. Every year I have very specific focuses. That doesn't mean I don't make monthly goals as well. Of course I do, right? But this is like the general theme of the year. As I said to you, most of the time on my board, it's predominantly travel. And what happens every year? I travel a lot, right? Whereas next year, I'm calling in more stability, more grounding energy, more masculine, more in the divine masculine. I embody a lot of divine feminine in my boards more often than not, because again, I like that movement, the fluidity. But next year, it's more grounding. Also, why I'm calling in, the next level money. That's masculine energy. That's divine masculine energy. So, and I'm balancing the divine masculine with a lot of ocean. Yeah, because I want to be around the water a lot, and that will keep me balanced in my feminine. So I will still have that beautiful balance. What are your themes, Cyrils?
I've got personal, career, health and fitness, environment, and relationship.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Because I think, if I look at my year and I've set my vision, if you haven't done a vision statement with G, it's incredible. And, the Conscious Collective is a big part of that, and everything we've got planned for the Conscious Collective. So a lot of that ties into this. And then I guess it's always working on myself. Environment, where I really want to be. I'm looking at moving soon. So that's an important one here. Nature, health and fitness, big focus. And then I just thought I'm like, I haven't got any photos printed off of me, but I'd love to do that. Like when I was like in states of like a lot of happiness. But then also some words around, like you put some words on and quotes on yours. I like that.
And that's the thing, we can always add to this later, right? And I know people who finish it don't like a certain thing that they've put, so they take it off and replace it. We can do that. Like, you can absolutely let it evolve. If I disconnect with the board after a month or two, I just create a brand new one, okay? Because maybe just the day I created it, I had different focuses, and I let my desires evolve. Generally speaking, it stays pretty consistent. I may add one or two things, but it doesn't change too much. Also, we replace them every year, because chances are you've manifested the things that were on your previous board, right? That's the idea of the boards. And when we start manifesting a lot from our board, it's time to change them. You can do them digitally as well. Some years I choose to do them digitally, but I don't know. I find the cutting and pasting just super therapeutic. I can hear my voice.
Yeah. I'll bring it down just for the comments. Who's joining us? Brandon, how you doing? Sky.
Eleanor, Sky.
Eleanor.
And then the decorations are so fun at the end. This was actually so highly requested by people. So I do anticipate a lot of people watching the replay, because the amount of DMs I got. Last year I actually sold tickets to this, even the virtual event. But this year I was like, We've had a big year, you know, it's been a year. It's been a year where probably a lot of what was on your vision board may not have happened the way you thought it would, but that's why we leave room. We leave room for the universe to also surprise us, you know? And don't worry if you're not creative, okay? It doesn't matter. You get to just stick images wherever you want to stick them and they'll be perfect. I'll show you how to add the decorative elements later. How are we going with time as well? Seven o'clock. What time? 8 o'clock. Oh, we've been doing this for half an hour. Usually my vision boards, my like in-person ones go for about 3 hours because by the time you find all your images and you cut them out, I also request that they bring some of their own as well. Do you know what would be cool? If we had like some printers set up next year as well, where people could just literally bring it on a USB stick, print their images if they haven't already. But that's why I created those files, right? Because people sometimes find it hard to find images and they don't know what to look at. So I went through all the categories and I basically created a page of each, just to at least, you know, give you some inspo if you were looking for images. Took me a long time.
We greatly appreciate you. And that's like, I didn't have any of my own printed out. I will do that. But this is a really good base for, you know, nature, grounding, the community, income, relationship. Like, yeah, this is quality. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been wanting to do it for so long, and it's been on my to-do list all year, actually. And then when I decided to do this event with you, I was like, oh, it's a perfect opportunity to get it done because I know they come in handy. And I can add more every year, you know, like these are timeless images. Sky said, yeah, thank you for the PDF files images. They were super helpful. You're welcome, my angel. Sky is a dear friend of mine and also has been a client of mine, and she's, I think, attended so many, maybe not so many, but she was definitely last year and I think the year before to my vision board parties online because she's in the USA. So we love you, Sky. Thank you for attending and showing up and getting involved and doing your thing. I'm funny with cars because I always put cars on my vision boards, but the truth is I'm not really attached to them. Like even my sister goes, oh, you know, you should get a new car. And I was like, wow, I love my car. I love my Corolla. Like I love my Corolla. So, you know, they're cool, but I am actually not attached to them. So I don't know if that's the right energy behind trying to manifest the things that I'm putting on my board, but you know, we get it. I don't think that's what people want. Gregoria's non-singing voice. I'm sweating right now because I've got this ring light on, but I don't think it's appropriate to start removing clothing. I think in YouTube will find that inappropriate and report me. So Christmas is a week away and I every year dress my table. Like I'm just one of those people, you know, super extra when it comes to entertaining. If you've ever been to one of my events, you know how I am. Like I like to put on a show. It's just who I am as a person when it comes to entertaining. Anyway, so I've been looking for, every year I buy different fabric napkins, and this year sold out, like everywhere, sold out. I was like, oh my God, I've left it last minute, can't find them anywhere. And I was just like, I'm really upset. So I ended up settling for some other colors. And I was just like, I'm not happy with these. I bought them, but I'm not happy. I don't have enough. You know, I have to keep searching, whatever. Something told me today, go back to the store. Now, mind you, I was there 2 days ago. They were completely sold out. So I was like, they're not going to get more stock before Christmas. That doesn't make sense, right? But my intuition kept saying, go. I went there They had brand new stock in the color I wanted. I wanted red napkins. So I had settled for gray and black, but I really wanted the red ones. They only had the red in stock, right? For enough for what I needed. I needed 20 napkins. And I was like, this is amazing. So I bought that. I bought these other ones that I wanted, like some other, actually, I might as well show you because we're vibing right now, aren't we? So let me show you. Let me give you a little bit of a tour. I'm sure you can still hear me. I'll show you just some of the stuff. So every year I also get scratchies for my family because, you know, that's just what we do. So we have these beautiful fabric napkins. I have these cute that I will actually fold into a Christmas tree, right? So I'll fold it into a Christmas tree. I have these beautiful cutlery holders, which are so beautiful fabric as well. These little gift boxes, which I put a candy cane in there. I'll put a scratchy, and I'll also make a little, like a vegan Snickers bar reindeer, like with like a Skittles nose and that type of thing. And I'll wrap that and put that in there with the scratchy with a bow on it. And also I'm doing this year, usually I do a huge cheese platter, but this year I'm actually doing these mini grazing boards for every single person. Isn't that cute? Yeah, like a piece of olive bread, a little bit of oil and balsamic, a little bit of dip and olive, a little piece of vegan cheese. And I have written a whole list of what I'm doing, like, and whatever. Oh, maybe a few crackers or something. And everyone's getting that. So it's going to be super cute. I will take photos and post them. But, you know, that's why every year on my vision board, I always have entertaining, because it's such an important part of who I am. Like, I love entertaining. I love putting on a spread. So I'm really happy about that for Christmas. Yeah. We've invited a few extra guests as well, because my family have always had a rule. It's that if we know someone's going to be celebrating Christmas alone, we have to invite them. Like, it's just non-negotiable. So as soon as a friend says to me, you know, it's just us for Christmas, like it's just my brother and I for Christmas and like that, I'm like, nah, you're invited. Like, that's it. Like, we just can't have people celebrating alone. Now, funny story. So last year, my friend Andrea was here from Bali. She was celebrating Christmas with my family. Okay. So she came for Christmas. Now, she knows some people in Melbourne because she used to live here. So she invited one of her friends to come along as well, which we love. Like, we, you know, we're all about it. That's absolutely fine. Right. Anyway, this guy, like, I've never seen someone eat so much food in my life. Like, it was incredible to witness. Like, it was just like never ending capacity. And I love that. I'm a foodie, right? So like, when someone can eat, I'm just like, that's hot. Like, love that shit, right? Anyway, but I don't know him personally. He came, he had Christmas with us, he ate, he was happy, all is well, right? And then yesterday we get a package. My dad gets a package delivered to him. It's from that guy, right? And he had made some like Persian pickles for my dad, just to say thank you for last year and whatever. So of course I now have had to go and search for his, like, I messaged my friend. I'm like, I need his number because we're going to invite him to Christmas again. Because of course my parents were like, we have to invite him to Christmas again. Do you know what I mean? So I'm now going to have a stranger, and she's not even here. So his friend won't even be here, but we now have a new guest that will be attending Christmas. That's just how Christmas works in my family. So that's super exciting. What are you doing for Christmas, Cyrils? I don't know why you're not moving. Have you finished your board already?
I'm admiring and looking at what else. I've added a lot of words to it as well, which is really nice in all the areas. But then I'm also taking notes on like what photos I want. So like speaking on stage, me sitting in the podcast with someone, the conscious blueprint. There's a lot of great images here already. So if you're only using what G kind of put in that PDF, like, that's pretty awesome. But I think, yeah, like you said, having yourself on there as well would be
it does. It's super cool.
Would be powerful. But what am I doing for Christmas? So normally for us, we normally go to my sister's for the morning and lunch because the kids get excited. So all of that, I'll probably end up buying them water pistols so we can shoot each other in the 35-degree heat on Christmas Day. And then I've got two of my best friends that have either come to Mildura once or never, coming up with their partners. So doing 3 days of touring around and all of that. Still waiting for G to come up. But
I'm still waiting for the invite, BT Dubs.
I've invited lots of times.
I don't recall even one time.
I am 100% sure that I have asked and said, why not? But you're invited. Mildura is like that place where everyone comes. Like, I've got friends here at the moment. Tom Simak, shout out, is in the collective. It's a place to come rejuvenate for a couple of days. I love it. It's like a retreat. But if you want retreats, make sure you're in the Conscious Collective, because we'll be announcing possibly some things in the new year. But that's my Christmas. We normally go to my sister's, and then by the time we finish that, we've eaten so much food, and we're tired because of the kids and the puppy. So yeah, remember last year we had Christmas-car?
Yes, at Dean's house, and Dean and Andy. It was so nice. We celebrated Hanukkah and Christmas with some of our Jewish friends. It was so beautiful. It was so nice. Missing Dean. He probably won't watch this, but I'll have to send him a little snapshot.
Yeah.
How beautiful. How beautiful. I love Christmas parties. They're so fun. Navigating Christmas as a vegan as well is super interesting, because what the rules in my house, one year they let me do an all vegan Christmas, which was really nice, because like my whole family just had to get on board. So there were no animal products. What we do now is that the main dish is non-vegan, meaning like my parents this year are doing seafood, so there's seafood, but every single side dish has to be vegan. Yeah, so we do a vegan main dish plus every side dish is vegan. So they just get their one non-vegan thing, which is fish this year. I think that's a fair compromise, because, you know, they're going to do what they want to do. It's literally my sister, my mum and I who are vegan. So, you know, I'm okay with it. How do you do it, Cyrils, with your fam?
They're pretty good, actually. They accept my ways. And there's normally, Mum goes all out. She tries and makes like a vegan lasagna.
Yeah, mama.
But all the salads and stuff, like I'm so easily pleased. Like, you make me roast vegetables and a salad, I'm set. So yeah, nothing crazy, but I might, I don't know. I might try and make something fancy this year. There's so many good options. I think I did try last year. There was a maybe a roast or like a tofurkey or something like that, like a tofu. Sort of turkey sort of thing, but look, I like the grounding vegetables and stuff, the mock meats, and all the stuff that like my nonna and stuff make, they're all normally vegan. A lot of veggies, a lot of fruit as well.
Yum. I love Christmas fruit. Do you do as in Italiano, do you do a lot of pastas?
More lasagna. We do like a night before Christmas, so Christmas Eve we do something, and then Christmas Day, is more so. We used to do like midnight mass and all of that. I remember as a child, and like you'd fall asleep at church. But yeah, not now. I think I got something on at that time, but I don't know. I actually think last year I went out Christmas Eve to one of the clubs here. So
okay, settle down.
That'll be interesting. If we can dance on at the club here, but interested to see. But it'll be a nice day. It'll be super hot, but I guess the kids make it so much fun because they get so excited with everything.
Absolutely.
With their toys, with the remote control cars and all of that. So yeah,
they're just fun in general. Like they just make things so entertaining.
I reckon next year, we've already planned this. We're having an end of year celebration, like a big one, but also we do like Kris Kringle, and everyone gets a name and has to get that present. I reckon that would be cool.
That is such a good idea, and anyone can participate anywhere in the world. That would be so cool. And you get like 3 facts about them or something, and you just have to figure out what to get them. Like, that would be super fun.
It's like a 3 yeses and a 3 nos.
Yes. Like obviously for us, it would be vegan because I don't want to end up with some cow pus thing, right? Like I'm super fun. Yeah, I know. Like
I'm going to buy you a
like,
tub of ice cream.
but they may buy some chocolate or something like that,
Oh,
right?
true.
So if it's going to be chocolate, I want it to be vegan chocolate. What else would I put on my 3 things? What would you put, Cyrils? Give me some inspo.
Don't buy me clothes.
Okay. Noted.
Second thing not to get me would be food.
Okay.
And third thing not to get would be jewelry. Don't get me jewelry because I'm very specific about that. And like I'm wearing my amulet.
I did give you jewelry this year.
Yeah, that's a bit different. I haven't opened your present yet, so I'm not sure what's in there. But but this is different. Like I see if I'm wearing this and somebody else got me a necklace, I'd be like, I don't want to wear it. Like, thanks, but why would I wear a second one? Yeah, that's my not tos. But go to could be a book is always good. A crystal, I'm never going to say no to that. And third thing would be find something that's actually useful in my daily life. For example, it could be a bamboo toothbrush, something I'm actually going to use, you know what I mean? Or a mug, something like that. And reusable and obviously enviro-friendly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, the gift I got you was so stressful to me because I didn't know what I wanted to get you. Like I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what to get him. And then I saw this and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, I'm going to open it tonight now. You see, I went with, you know, who am I buying presents for? Who are the women? And I'm like, okay, they're all getting the same thing because it's very meaningful and it has like a daily reminder on it, something you can look at. And it's like 2 years ago, I got everyone those mugs that has Grateful AF on it. And I'm like, people still use that to this day and go, I love that. Like I still use it every morning. And I'm like, yeah, because I put me on the back as well as like 50 other things. So thoughtful things like that, like something people are going to use every day. That's how I do gifts. What are people going to use? But Kris Kringle this year was interesting with our family. We do it the cheats way. We do write down 3 things that you want and you have a limit of price. It was $100. So I wrote down 1 thing and I had to order it because if no one did, we wouldn't have arrived. So I know what I'm getting and I'm so happy with it. So
what is it?
Can't say in case someone's on here. Oh wait, it's me that's getting it. It's a cold drip coffee maker, and
cute.
The exact one I wanted. And I'm like, you know, we've got a coffee machine and everything at home, but proper cold drip is something that I've wanted for a while. And I'm guessing if I move up north, it's going to be hot all the time, and I'll be drinking cold coffee. So, yeah. What about you?
That.
How do you go gift giving to people?
So my gift giving is so important to me because like I'm a gift giver. I love to be super thoughtful. My number one thing with gifts is, can I support local? So I think of the people I already have in my network. Like this year we have someone in the Conscious Collective, Rachel White. I bought 3 of her spirit leaders affirmation, like their journal prompt decks, right? So I bought 3 of those that I knew I was going to use for Christmas gifts. I did 1 for my mom, 1 for my sister, and 1 from one of my good friends, Melissa, right? Then my mom sells candles from her salon. They're beautiful soy candles made with essential oils. So I bought like 5 of them, like 1 for one next door neighbor, 1 for another next door neighbor, 1 for a family friend, 1. And then I always do spare gifts because again, when you have those random people coming over for Christmas, I don't want anyone to be like, not have a gift. Yeah. So I wrap them up in beautiful tissue paper and ribbon and whatever. So I have them on the mantelpiece. Then for mom and dad and my sister, we always my dad bottle of scotch, right? So my mom, my sister and I will all put in and get him, you know, whatever that amount is worth of a Macallan scotch. So he gets the 1 gift. I do add a few extras sometimes. So he wanted some new t-shirts. So got him a few new t-shirts, but I've already given them to him. Whereas the scotch is what he'll open. My mom is always a tough one to buy for. So I just think, what does she need? Like similar to what you said, like what does this person need? she really needs a new bag. So I ended up going to like TK Maxx. I found this cool, beautiful bag and I wrapped it and hopefully it's nice. I want to add some more to her presents. I may buy her like because she's a beauty therapist. So I think of things that they won't buy themselves. So I buy her like a package to Endota, right? Because she won't give herself, you know, the pampering. My sister, every year it's different because this year we've spent so much money at other places. We're actually going to do a juice cleanse before Christmas, a Karma juice cleanse, a 3-day cleanse. So instead of buying each other gifts, we put the $200 towards our juice cleanse each, right? So I paid for mine, she paid for hers, or I paid for them, but you know, she pays them back or whatever. And for friends, I think of like what I did for Moe and his family, because I always buy the family something. This year I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I ordered, have you ever bought from iPantry? iPantry is like this really cool.
Sends good sweets.
They have like food and whatever. So I ended up buying them like a vegan feast. Yeah. So like 2 vegan pizzas, some like they have veggie bar frozen meals. Like they have all this cool stuff. I bought them like all of these vegan cakes, vegan donuts. The only non-vegan thing I bought them was like a gingerbread house because they've got kids and like it's cute, whatever. But generally speaking, I try to stick to vegan. So I bought them that big vegan thing. I got that delivered to their house. So I just try to think, where am I spending my money? Is it going to the right places? You know, like I try to be a bit like that about it, but also thoughtful at the same time. With my friend Melissa, I bought her the cards. Yeah, that's just where I'm at. Okay, so I want to show you guys what mine looks like so far. So this is what it looks like. This is without decorations. As you can see, nothing's falling off. Yeah. I put that everywhere. I've stuck the sticker on. It's super cute. Now what I'm going to do is now I get my decorative stickers. So I get things like hearts. So near the love section, obviously, I'm going to stick a few little hearts, right? Like make it all bougie. Make it all bougie.
Bougie, bougie.
Okay. And then I've got these cute little gemstones that I use as well. I just get these kind of things from Kmart. I just find them really good because I host so many vision board parties. Like I just like to have them around. And it catches my eye when it's just hanging on my wall, right? So that's why I like to have them around. So I stick a few of those here and there because I'm just going to show you what it looks like after I've stuck all this stuff. With the words that I have, like I choose, like this one says smile. I love that. I want every time I look at my board, that's like the perfect reminder, smile. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I just put it underneath one of my love pictures because of course my future partner will make me smile, hopefully. Carlo, now that you've officially invited me to Mildura, you know I'm going to come.
I hope you do. I've got lots of stuff to show you.
No, I'm serious. Like, how long are you in Mildura for?
A long time. Well, the move is planned. I always say like Feb, March. So,
because I wanted to go away. I was thinking this week to do like a vacay. You know, I was telling you I wanted to go on a little holiday.
This weekend.
Not this weekend. I was telling you this week that I wanted to go on a holiday.
Like, well, I'm not here this weekend. I'm visiting our Conscious Collective members in Adelaide. So.
Oh, that's beautiful. Anyway, so I'm thinking either Jan or probably Jan to go on a little vacay. So maybe I'll make it to Mildura. Is it ridiculously hot though? Like, are there beaches in Mildura?
There's sandbars. There's not the river, but there's no beach because there's no ocean because we're inland. But there's a river.
That's true.
And there's very nice places around there. So highly recommend.
You're gonna let me stay with you?
100%. And then we can sort out if we're going to host a retreat or something for our leaders up here.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
I actually don't mind that this is black and white, but I would love some color. So.
Well, you can add the photos of you in color because that would be like that pop. Do you know what I mean?
I do like my monochrome though.
Yeah, I'm digging the monochrome too. I'm thinking I might next time print them all in monochrome.
I love our Conscious Collective one, and I've got heaps of those stickers inside, so that's gonna look sick. I'm actually really enjoying this. I came into this going, what is she making me do? But I like it. So when you've got the books there, do you use that as like words, or like that's your envision of writing your book?
No, so I actually put my book on my vision board every year, right? So I put a picture of my book. Obviously, I didn't print them for today because I just wanted to show you what it was like creating one just from the images I gave you. But usually I put my book on my vision board. Yep. But the books that I put there was more for the personal development section. So if you're thinking of exploring personal development, you may put a few books that you want to read over the year, right? So it's like symbolic of that. Let me see if I want to add any more stickers. So I'm just going to show you. I'm really happy with it now. As I said, I may add more to it later because I want to get to colors bit too, so we can add that. Let me show you what the stickers look like. They make it look so amazing. Look, I added the stickers. So I have here, it says weekend. I have explore. I have over there, it says adore. And underneath it's got the two hands. I've got some stickers with hearts, smile. See those little cute gemstone stickers too? They just make it sparkle down here as well. So do you see how I just gave it a little bit of a pop?
Yeah.
Having all of those stickers. And I've left plenty of room to write. People are afraid, like my mum, everyone's vision board style is different. My mum does the like decoupage where like layer upon layer upon, there's not one bit of white space. That's my mum's version of a vision board. I like the, I'm sorry, I'm knocking the earpiece. My mum, yeah, sorry, I like the empty white space. It's just how I like it because I want to leave room for what we do next. How are you going, Cyril's, with yours?
Mine looks sick. I haven't stuck anything down because I do want to print some more stuff and then move it around. It's full. It's very exactly like you said, but I've added a lot of words. I feel like words are very, pictures and words are like, for me, so powerful. So yeah. I love it.
Love it.
I'm really digging this.
I love it. I love it. All right. So should we move on to, yeah, it's about time to move on to Carlo's session. So he's going to take this to the next level. It's okay if you guys haven't finished your board. You can continue doing this, right? But I really want to focus on the intentions that we're setting for 2021 because we're going to add them to the board as well. And it's going to be super cool because it amplifies the energy and momentum. So over to you, Mr. Cirillo.
Love that. So can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll go side by side. So when I thought about this with the intention setting, I'm like, what better way than if we've got this out here and we've got our visual on what we want for the year. Like I'll give you a little preview of mine. That kind of doesn't really show it, but you know, upside down, it's pretty packed. And for me, I was like, what's something that I always used and how did that, I guess, set the intention for the year? And it was, I wanted to set the intentions of what are the values that I want to focus on moving into the next year or the next month, because all of these have sort of a focus or certain values in them. So if you've got a lot of the books on there, maybe personal growth is something that's huge for you. If it's a relationship, it could be unconditional love. It could be connection. If it's money, it could be wealth, one of your top values. There's another one in here. Health. You could have the picture of fitness and food and stuff like that. So, or alignment. And there's a really good picture of, I don't know what you'd call that, but I guess the quantum energy field around a body there. So for me, it was like, what are these values? And I teach this in my Conscious Blueprint program. And it's, for me, that's what keeps me focused and allows me to set the intention, because once I know them, or once I have this, right, this is kind of your visual. Then you can go, okay, what are the values I want to focus on? And I go into 6. You can have as many as you want. You're going to have your life ones, but these are, what are the values you want to focus on to manifest? Well, you're going to manifest it, but to focus on, to put out those intentions for this on this board right now. So I'm going to share my screen to, this is exclusive preview into the program. So G, let me know if you can see my screen.
I can.
Beautiful. So they're my top 6 values. Now, I do have a sheet where you can go through and pick them, but by looking at all of these, you can kind of pick out for each area. You don't have to have 6. You can have as many as you want. I do 6 because if I didn't have a limit of 6, I'd probably put 20. So if you have 6 on there, go around and look at each one. So for the health and fitness and the food stuff, I have health, and I have surround it with words like thrive. Self-acceptance, I have over on the picture of the person and self, along with unconditional love. Connection is over at the conscious collective, which is my career as well, which is, you know, something that I really, really love. And the same with impact is over in that area. Integrity, I guess you could put that back up in where my personal growth is and all of that. But then growth could be in wealth, like in the money side. It could be in the personal development books. It could be grounding, could be one of your top 6 values. And that could be over near pictures of like water and nature and all of that. So what I would love for you to do is go through, like I've done this a lot of times, so I'm pretty clear on these ones, and they're my focus leading into next year based on my vision statement that I did with G. But then also this is kind of like the visual representation that I'm going to look at every day. I'm not someone that's ever had a vision board, so this is exciting. I move around a lot, so it was kind of hard to drag a board with me. So then the affirmations that come with that. So I would suggest having your top 6 values and putting them on there. Like I've got them on the board here because they're prominent. I want to be focusing on them. Your values are going to be what are the framework for your thoughts, beliefs, actions, and choices. For example, if you know you're over on the health section for me, and again, it ties in with the wheel of life and those categories, and you've got thrive, are you going to choose you know, to go through the drive-through at Macca's, or are you going to choose to go through or go to a place that has like a meal that you really want to eat that's really healthy, or get a smoothie? You're going to think back and go, hang on, my value is health and thrive and thriving and nourishing my body. I'm going to make that decision. So your values become super important in when you go to make those decisions. When you're up late and you're like, continuously over and over, you feel like you're being maybe lazy and choosing to watch mindless things. Now that's okay from time to time, but when your value might be integrity, saying what you're going to do, and maybe your goal is to read that book, you'll pick up that book because you know that's also part of growth. It lines in with multiple values. So it's going to help make the choices that align with this board, because it's that being, doing, and then having that result that comes from it. And then affirmations, like this is something I love. I do it with all my clients, is once you've got those values, create 2 affirmations for that value. So I am, I have. When you look at this board, I don't know if anyone's seen the film clip to Duke Dumont, I got you as long as I got you. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, that one, if you haven't seen it, go to YouTube, look it up. He puts on this virtual reality helmet and he imagines his best life. Now, when we're looking at this, that's what you get to do when you look at this board, when you meditate, when you visualize, but also you get to say the things, you get to affirm the things, as G was saying before, not saying the I am not sore, or I'm not broke. It's that I am wealthy, I am abundant, I attract money with ease. So I've got a few of mine in there. You know, self-acceptance, I'm accepting of myself completely, past, present, and future. I have so much unconditional love for my whole self. Now that's shown on the board as well in those areas, but I can have them written either beside them or on the board. Depends how much room. I don't have that much room. So I'd probably have a piece of paper next to it with all the values and all the affirmations that go with it. Connection. I'm connecting with like-minded, beautiful humans that aid me on my journey. I'm connected to the limitless power of the universe. Impact. I'm filled with greatness and I use this to impact others. I'm aligned with my purpose and I use this to create positive change and impact. Now, when I look at impact, that goes in the conscious collective. That is my big impact. That's why we do this. That's why we're doing all the things that we do. So with those affirmations there, I'm affirming, yes, that's the affirmation for it. But also let's try and hit all the senses. We're going with the visualization with the board, and then we're also starting to bring in all those other elements. You hear yourself say it. You can record yourself saying it and repeating that over and over. Health. I have a nourished, healthy, and thriving body that I look after daily. I'm in tune with my body and I'm making healthy choices. In the health and fitness area, I've got a guy working out, someone that's very zen doing yoga, fruit and veggies, and a smoothie bowl. Because that's stuff that I do anyway, but it's something I really want to focus on to nourish myself and to thrive in that new year. Integrity. I'm living in alignment with my higher self, my values, my purpose, and my vision daily. That goes up into that alignment where there's the guy sitting on the edge of the cliff, or the quantum energy fields. And then growth. I'm learning and growing every single day. I've got the books on here, The Way of the Superior Man, The Alchemist. I'm using all experiences to guide me on my journey to my vision. You get those 6 on there. Now they can be whatever you obviously choose them to be, but in that process, you allow yourself to go, okay, these are the 6 sort of things. And again, you can have less or more. Look at your board and go, what's the key theme and what's that value that I want to place on that? Or not place on it, but what's the value that aligns with that? And then you go in and create those 2 affirmations for it, because you're now creating your own description of what that means to you in a physical form, in a visualized form, in an affirmative form, so that you can think about it all day, you can look at it all day, and you can embody it every single day. So that's my little process on that. I've got my values on, like, the words on there, but then I'm also going to have, I've got like a printed out sheet of those affirmations that I say every morning. So yeah, that's me. That's those intentions that we're setting out there, those affirmations, so that you can step into that now. And I guess with that, don't place a time limit on it. This is, we're doing this I've got 2021 in the middle of my board. So it's going to happen. Whether it's going to happen, it could happen in January if my manifesting, generating powers are on point, but it could happen in December, and I'm allowing for that to happen. On here, I've got patience and trust. It's going to happen. And as G would say, and so it is.
And so it is.
So, G, back to you, my friend.
Back to me. That was amazing. So I'd actually like to, because you shared a few, and I now want to share a few that I'm adding to mine, because I think that this is really helpful to communicate. So some of my themes were, like, obviously I had, like, here, as Carla was speaking, I was just writing what came through. Like, I had beach and freedom, travel, my home, community connection, impact. I had abundance and wealth. I had expansion and growth. I had love and family. Okay. And I always add at the bottom, and so it is. So I've already started making some of the mantras. So this is how I do it when I'm doing my goals. So not when I'm doing my vision board, when I'm doing my goals, I write out my goals as a list. I then make them like I am, I have statements, and then I make the mantras. Yeah. And then I turn those mantras into themes. So I sort of do it the opposite way, because then when I focus on the core themes for the year, it then becomes a catalyst to remind me of the mantra. Yeah. So I do it like that. I'm like, I think about love. I'm like, oh, I think of it. So already, like, here under love and family, I have people feel the love that I radiate and project, and it's mirrored back to me. Right. And then for the expansion, growth, abundance, and wealth, I've written abundance is my natural state. I've also written I am always provided for in abundance. For beach and freedom, I've just written I am thankful. They can be that simple, because I just want lots of reasons to be thankful in the new year. Do you know what I mean? Like, every day I wake up, I say, Big G, thank you. I'm honored to be here. Like, every day. And it's made such a huge shift in my life. A few others that I will be adding that I haven't written down yet. This is one of my favorite ones. So just above and so it is, I'll write, my spoken word is powerful, and as I speak it and will it, it is. In the quantum world, that happens immediately. I want that reminder every day. I want the reminder every single day that in the quantum world, it's already done. All I need to do is align with it. Yeah, I don't necessarily want a mantra to make me feel a certain way, as much as I want it to remind me what I already feel, that I'm resisting. Okay, so they're the things that I want. What else have I got here? I've written, this is one from, if you've ever read the book Think and Grow Rich. It's a really good one to use. I'm not going to add this to my board, but it's a really good one. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing amounts from multiple sources on a continuous basis. Yeah, and then another one for work, career. My work is of high service and worthy of massive compensation. People love to pay me. That's an Amanda Francis quote. If self-love's on your board, I fully and completely love and accept myself. I fully and completely love and accept myself. I use this all the time. These are actually my EFT tapping mantras that I use, right? So when I'm doing my tapping, but they're perfect. When I have a very specific health goal, I put that on. So this one says, my body knows exactly what to do to achieve, like I've written, I'm sexy, lean, fit, healthy, with clear and radiant skin. My body knows exactly what to do to achieve that, right? Like if I have a specific goal. Now, I haven't put that on my board. And the reason why I haven't, I'll explain why, is because this year I achieved that. I achieved the relationship I wanted with my body. I feel really good. And I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been with my body. So it's not a main theme for the new year, right? I want to keep consistent with my body, but it's not something that I feel that I need to achieve because it's here, it's done, right? Let out your goals evolve. Money comes easily to me. My supply is unlimited. That's a really good one too. All right. That's where I'm at. These are amazing. Now, what do you do after you've created your board? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen once again. Once the board is up, right? Once the board is done, we're going to hang it up somewhere where you will see it every day. Spend a few minutes per day looking at your vision board. Choose one thing per day from the vision board to focus on. So in each of the themes, don't look at all of it all at once. So each day, choose one of the themes, okay? Because again, it needs to be super intentional. That's how we add so much vibration and energy to what we're actually focusing on, right? And once you choose the one theme per day, do a few minute creative visualization practice. That is imagining what it would feel like to experience that desire. For example, if I chose to focus on my picture of Morocco, usually I put Morocco on my board, I would visualize myself on the plane, sightseeing, wearing long dresses, going to the colorful markets, staying in a Moroccan style hotel, etc. right? So even though other pictures may not be on my board, just looking at me in Morocco, like that one picture that I have, I do this creative visualization in my mind for about 2 to 3 minutes, okay? And feel the feelings of the experience for a few minutes. So for example, on the one that I have now with my home, if today I choose to focus on my home, I would imagine myself cooking in that kitchen, having friends over, hosting dinner parties, being out in my backyard, sunbaking in my backyard, right? I would do a visualization practice. That will change every time, okay? But that's how I add energy and emotion to it. The idea is to not offer a resistant thought. We don't want to worry about the how or the when, but just on the experience itself. The more often I can imagine myself experiencing the desire while simultaneously offering no resistant thoughts, the faster I will come to realize it in my physical experience. The other key is to not overthink any one desire. Once you've created your board, know that the universe is doing her part to make it a reality. Your job is to just have fun and play with the universe, okay? So don't attach this. Don't be like, when's the Tesla coming? When's the Tesla coming? Be like, oh, I get to visualize it today. How fun, okay? But when and how, that's up to the universe. You don't need to know. Instead, focus on feeling happy and joy every single day. The more you can feel those energies and not attach to these outcomes, the quicker they'll come. They're funny that, right? But that's the irony of manifestation. There is no time limit. This is just a fun way to realize the physical form of your desires faster. Okay. Oh, look at this. I have a little Abraham Hicks quote. It says, you've got to practice the vibration of it until the vibration of your desire supersedes the vibration of doubt. And when the vibration of your desire supersedes the vibration of doubt, bam, it happens. And so it is. And so it is. See, you've seen here, I've added a few of the quotes. I've used my cute glitter pens. I will add a few more things to it over the coming days. I'm going to print a few more pictures of myself on there. Maybe some of my friends, maybe Carlo will make a feature on my board because he always complains that he's not in my vision statement. Because obviously I want to add the conscious collective because that's a huge part of my 2021. Carlo and I have already hit a goal for 2021 and we're not even there yet. So like, it's incredible to witness that unraveling. So it's cool. Like this is fun. This is exciting. Thank you for being here, everyone. We are so, so grateful. This will be up on YouTube so people can watch the replay at some point. I adore you. This was an honor. And so it is. Believe it. Believe that it's real. Don't just think it's some picture that you hang up on the wall that's pretty and it's far-fetched. No, this gets to be yours. It all gets to be yours. Actually, in fact, I want December next year to to you to show me the picture and have all the ticks next to it, right? We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it, and so it is, and so it is. But it takes the consistency, all right? You don't need to, once it's on the board, know it's getting, you know, it's being handled, but also add the creative visualizations. They get to be fun, okay? They add energy and vibration and momentum to the desires. It was my absolute honor to hold space for you in this way. We're finishing a little bit early, which is good because then the YouTube video is not too long. I love you. Thank you, Carla, for your intention setting as well. We love you so much. We are so looking forward to more in 2021 from the Conscious Collective. And yeah, we love you.
Have an amazing rest of your year and see you in 2020. Peace.
2021.
2021. Bye.
Bye.